Hey, welcome to the LTP Lounge, episode number 10. One of the co-hosts here, Mark. Sitting over there is the Drum Master of Puppets, Udi.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Hey, tonight we're going to go over three or four topics. We've got the new ordering process at the Coney or at the Cozy Cone, which is super important. We have the new president of Disneyland. We're going to talk about what we want, what we think he should be addressing. We've got to go over to Disney earnings. This just got announced, and Magic Keys are still available after a week and a half. All right. So welcome to the show. All right. Banger. So how are you doing, Udi?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. It's a very rainy Thursday night here.
Very.
Northern California. But a good day overall, a very productive day.
Well, for you, maybe.
I wasn't. Oh, what happened with you at work?
Just work.
Just work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't bore people with it, but yeah, another day.
Okay, another day. All right. Well, we've got some news items to go over tonight from 6:30 to 7:30. Hopefully we can get through them. I'm sure we can.
Yep.
Hopefully we get some listeners on here. Hey, if you're watching this delayed, now take the time to like it and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get up to 50 listeners or 50 followers, and then we'll tackle 75, and then we'll do 100. But let's get to 50. I think we're at 44 or 45.
Cool.
Right now. Anyways.
Si se puede.
What's that?
Si se puede.
Sure. Okay.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we
okay.
Can.
Yeah. Maybe I should get a shirt like that says that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, where do you want to start tonight, man? Do you want to go over with the earnings first? Do you want to do Magic Keys or what?
What is the?
Or is there something else you want to get in?
No, I can't think of anything. I mean, I'll let you lead. I'm maybe earnings call. I'm trying to remember. I listened to it, but it was also way early in the morning, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning our time when they had it, and I was listening to it, and now I'm like trying to recollect what happened. But yeah.
Okay.
Might as well.
Well, here we go.
Okay.
Do we like this layout? Let's see. I'm guessing this is a good layout, or
yeah, it works.
I mean, we could do this one.
No, I'll go to the other one. I like it more in the main. There you go.
Okay.
I like that better.
All right. But now our faces are kind of obscured, I suppose.
The importance is the article.
The importance is the article. Okay. So let's go. This was just announced on February 5th. That was yesterday, right?
Yep.
Geez. All right. Fresh from the presses. The overall takeaway from this is Disneyland or Disney Company, they're kind of steamrolling again. They're kind of back at it, I think, for the most part. Revenues increased 5% from quarter one to 24.7 billion versus 23.5 billion from quarter one of 2024. So yeah, there's that's pretty impressive quarter. Income before taxes increased 27%, which is crazy. The diluted earnings per share increased 35 cents. $1.40 from $1.04 per share. Jeez. And that's a nice dividend if you have the stock. Jeez. Total segment operating income increased 31%. That was up 5.1 billion. So that's the things that I'm really interested in is the experiences, the Disney parks and experiences operating. Well, the operating income declined 5%. Is that I wonder what that is. So parks are down 5%. Is that what's
Yep.
going on?
Yep.
And they say it's due to growth due to hurricanes and cruise pre-opening expenses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some costs incurred.
Yeah. But I don't know. 5% feels a bit steep when you look at the grand scheme of the whole thing, doesn't it?
It
Doesn't
does.
you?
Yep, it does. Yeah.
Like I heard that number and I'm kind of like, hurricane, okay. But I would think maybe one or two. But I feel like, you got to also look at it relatively, right? Like 5% of whatever, or what, 240 billion.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you hear the percentage, you're like, oh, percentage is low. I'm like, okay, yeah, but look at it from that level and you're like, wait, that's a chunk of change. And it is. So when you think about that, I don't know. Doing the math, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to figure out why. Like, the way I'm trying to project out, with Incredible Universe coming, I don't know. I don't know if that recovers.
I don't know. We'll see how we'll see how it goes. I mean,
yeah.
I know they've got to put a lot of money into the parks now, and that might take away from the operating income, I suppose.
Well, the other thing though that I'm finding interesting is like all the money that they touted a year ago that their investment back into the park and experiences and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, have you seen that anywhere? Really, like at a substantive level?
Yeah, I have. You mean as far as the maintenance going into the parks and stuff?
Well, that whole investment into the park, whatever they said into the parks.
It was 1.9 billion with a B. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't know, have you, in your opinion, have you seen anything that would denote that? Like, okay. I don't know. I guess the reason why is because whenever you listen to an earnings call from Disney, it's always like, here's what they're telling you.
Yeah.
And then the reality of what it is down here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And Disney's not unique in that, but so that's why I heard that number and just made me kind of think about that. Like, hey, they're down 5%.
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to do to recover that? And if it's going to get even worse if they continue to invest in the park, and that being also the other question also being, I don't think that is domestic, and I think that is another problem that you and I have been harping on for a while now.
Yeah,
that a lot of that investment doesn't seem to be domestically.
Well, if you look at the next line, the international parks experiences, the operating income increased over 25%. It's at 28%.
Yeah. Now there you go. So it makes you wonder, like, well, why are they doing better?
Yeah, well, Hong Kong Disney, right, owned by Oriental Land Company.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have a different set of guidelines that we do. I don't know what to say about that. I can tell you though, Disneyland, they do improve stuff. I know, like for example, Pixie Hollow. I didn't think they were going to do anything with that. Mm-hmm. It was fenced off, but it actually looked really nice, and they invested money into that. They invested money into $600,000 into Jungle Cruise for the new tiger scene, which really looks like the old tiger scene, but right. Which is kind of.
I guess I have a problem with that too, at the extent that is required to maintain.
Yes. Yes. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like whenever you hear that number and the way they counted it, they sold it like it was to bring new things to the park, and
Yes. Yeah.
and and then they went, with the whole presentation with D23 about shovel ready, and I'm not going to relitigate that entire topic, but I'm like, I guess I'm like, where's the meat and potatoes of all that money? Like,
Sure.
where is it? And you and I both know it's not here domestically.
You're right. Right.
And so then when you think about that, then you got to go next step. Well, okay, if they're not investing domestically, why? And then they're going, to international park. Okay, their focus is there then, not here, clearly. So then you got to wonder why. Why are you so, enamored with the international parks versus the heart of the company domestically?
Oh yeah.
I always ask that question because it doesn't make sense to me.
No, I understand that too. I understand the question. I would like to know what their yearly amount is. Just hey, our staffing needs for. I'm talking about Disneyland DC. I'm just talking about the Disneyland Resort.
Okay.
What is our fiscal responsibility for 12 months for staffing and maintaining as is? Whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
That's not talking about we're adding attractions. That's just like let's
like baseline.
We're talking about plants, flowers, maintaining our current attractions.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what that is. And does that $1.9 billion include that? Because they were making it sounded like, oh, we're going to invest in these new experiences
on top of what already the money was. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we're not getting that. But I will say that they are maintaining the parks and they are doing things to make things look nicer. There's still that. The only thing that I still think is odd is that poster in front of Tomorrowland that tells you what the entrance is going to look like. That's been there since pre-COVID.
Yeah.
So that's kind of silly. But overall, I mean, everything I think looks good. I just want to, as you said, I would like to know where that $1.9 billion is going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and no offense to Disney, but I'm not going to give them a cookie for them maintaining the park like they're supposed to.
Well, that's what we come to expect.
Huh?
That's what we've expected, right?
Well, yeah, and I mean that is what they sell.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And they're held to a higher accountability. At least we hold them to that.
Well, and to be fair, they at one point did as well.
Yeah.
And you have to argue whether or not they do that right now or not. But I mean, we can argue about that. But yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
The one thing I found interesting, well, I think Parks is going to turn around.
I agree with you on that. I mean, I think it will.
Yeah.
But I'm more like, I guess I'm at that point. I'm like, can we get substantive, like news and action?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, we're going to get Adventures Campus. They started working back there. Okay, cool. But away from that, you're like, okay, you shrug your shoulders and go like, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Since you brought that up, I think Avengers Campus is going to be the highlight for the 2028 Summer Olympics group that comes in.
Most likely, and that is kind of lame.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have at least been Coco and Adventures Campus, but I don't think we're gonna get Coco in.
I agree. A lot of it would need to begin right now. I mean, right now, like tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the fact that we have no word, no idea, no nothing, you're like, nah, not happening. Yeah, I mean, looking at how long it took them to build a carriage house from a box. I don't know, man.
Did you hear with the recent raining down there, they had some flooding issues at the front of it, so it's actually boarded up again. So the side coming in, if you're exiting Haunted Mansion, you can go to it that way, but you can't go out into Bayou Country out that door. anymore. So you can only go in. And so it's all fenced off. But now there's some speculation. Well, they say it's going to take a month. It's because they go, oh, like the grading was wrong on the cement to go into it. But they go, oh, it's going to take a month to get that fixed. I mean, like, well, no, it shouldn't take a month to get grading fixed. But there's a thought that they're going to try to redo the front of it to make it look a little bit better than it has been, because lots of people have been saying the same thing about it. Like, it does not look like it belongs here whatsoever.
Yeah.
But I find that to be somewhat funny.
I do as well, because when you have, believe me, I have seen plenty of bad grading. But when you're building in an area like that, you gotta think about that. You gotta think about that. I mean, I don't know. Just with what I do, I have seen so many things where people are paying a ton of attention to that.
Yeah.
For a parking lot.
Right.
And I'm out there talking to the guys, setting the grade and setting the stakes, and the guys moving the dirt. And I've had conversations with those guys running the heavy equipment, talking about that, the dirt, the grading and all that kind of stuff. And when I hear that, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh, hey, Jason. Yeah, he says, just tear it down and start over.
No, then we'll be another year without anything there, but more walls again.
Oh, yeah. So we shall see. I'm sure we'll talk about that on the LTP at some point. That's going to be coming up.
I feel a longer rant coming on for that.
Sure, we can do that there.
Yeah.
The other thing, Disney Plus decrease of 0.7, so that's 700,000 subscribers.
Yep.
That's interesting. I wonder what that's about.
Good word for it.
Bad content.
Yeah, 100%. There you cannot look at it any other way. You cannot. The errors that they've done with Disney Plus are really twofold, in my opinion.
Okay.
One has been, they have invested a ton of money into proprietary content, which on its face doesn't sound bad, right? You're like, well, why do you care? Like, but the problem with that is that you cannot make licensing money. So Marvel was on Netflix, or goes around like that. That's money left on the table. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you like let the Star Wars trilogies, all of them, be on Amazon for a year, or Netflix for 2 years, and make, a few million, whatever the deal would be? Why wouldn't you do that? Then the content that they have been putting that is proprietary is not good. So you have not only that, then they've now added more tier pricing, ads and whatnot into them. So you have all those things happening, then people are going to leave.
Right.
I've known plenty of people been like, nah, done. I don't even watch it anyway. Done. And let's not forget that I think it was end last quarter, I think, of last year, they're doing like a major promo for it also.
Right.
And then you had a major promo going and you still lost subs. So there's a major problem there. I'm of the mindset that if they really want to make Disney Plus profitable, they will take their entire library, and we're talking the classic stuff, right?
Yeah.
And let it sit there, the evergreen. Like, limit their new production down very, very, very thin.
Yeah.
and then license whatever you can outside of that. If they can do that, they're going to make money off of that. And then you may get people coming back. And because in turn, then they can license things to be put on a Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So if that two-way street going. Other than that, I mean, I'm no expert, but I'm just looking at it from a logical standpoint. I kind of go like, that is the only way you're going to correct that. Either that or you fold it up and throw it away.
Yeah. Well, we shall see how that goes. All right. Well,
I don't know, man. I mean, it may be a hot take, but I mean, I do not see Disney Plus being in its current iteration for another year or two. I think a couple of years, there's going to be a major change with that. They're trying really hard with ESPN and blah, 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 but I don't see it working. They're running everything that I'm listening to people analyze it, and I'm like, okay, everything I'm hearing from Hulu, from the Hulu acquisition, ESPN, and all that, they're putting their eggs in the basket of betting and sports, and they paid a major premium for the NBA now. I mean, I think it was 77 billion. No, it couldn't have been a million. Maybe million. It was probably million because billion was out of control. Something along those lines. And I'm like, but the NBA is losing viewership. Like, what are you doing? And then it was very telling in the earnings call. One of the people asked Bob Iger about the NBA and that whole thing, and he goes, "Well, we don't really look at the ratings for NBA." And I kind of was like,
"You don't?"
I'm like, "What?
What?"
And I remember sitting there going, "What in the world are you talking about, man? Like, you just dropped millions of dollars to license the NBA on your platform, and you're not going to pay attention whether or not it's worth it."
Right.
I mean, I was like, I literally out loud said, "What?" Okay, dude.
Okay, dude. Hey, Jason said, why would people come back if they keep pushing content onto other platforms?
And so here's the thing, though, because the draw will be their classic stuff. Make that more proprietary. So don't license that kind of stuff out. I think that would be the key because I don't know. I just feel like that would be the key. There are so many people who love the classic Disney stuff, and I mean, we all do, really. And if they go, "Hey, our vault is over here, and we're going to have that. We're going to have other things coming in," but that would be it. I mean, you kind of, I mean, for lack of a better description, I guess I think most people will understand it if they kind of went more like Netflix in that area. I mean, Netflix is unbelievable for what they do, but
sure.
And no one's ever going to catch them.
Oh, but here we got a comment from your boy Leon. You find competent people to make your shows. There you go.
Well, one step at a time. Absolutely, 100%. He should hire you.
Well, he said, Iger has a masterclass. Almost tempted to watch it.
Oh, dude, if you do it, I am expecting messages from you basically saying that you're banging your head against the table.
Yeah.
But
anyways, okay. Well, we're beyond our time for this particular topic.
Yeah, I gotta move forward.
Let's move forward. But you guys in the chat can keep it going. We'll always come back to it.
Yep.
If you want to do that. So now let's go over. Hey, let's talk about the new president just real quick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So Tom, I thought his name was something different, but I guess that's him. Mazalum, named president of Theme Park Experiences Reorg. A couple of things about this. We're gonna. As I talk about this, Judy, I want you to maybe think about what you think his first priority should be. But as I talk about it, realize that the whole Disneyland Forward concept. Ken Potrock was the one behind that, the face of that to the media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, and government local officials, the ones that actually made the decision. So now he's gone, and Tom. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher his last name, and I hate that. I'm gonna call him Tom Maslum. Yeah, Maslum. I guess is how you say
Maslow.
it. Yeah, Maslum. Tom Maslum is gonna have to pick up the pieces and try to work with the local government
Mm-hmm.
and figure out what's going on there. So that I don't know that he's got a good deck of cards that got handed. I mean,
Yeah.
I always think, oh man, I wish I was in charge of Disneyland. I would do this and this and this. But you know what? I'm not sure I'd be totally stoked having that gig. What about you?
You know, I would, but the way I would approach it, me personally, is different because I wouldn't be. I'm not a big fan of corporations. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind them, but I'm not going to be a cheerleader for them either. But I wouldn't mind that. I think you recognize that the task in front of you is going to be massive, right?
Yeah.
And the way that I think I would handle that would be really you gotta restore the value concept or the feel of the value back into people. And I think that would be my main drive. 5% down is a number you got to look at and go, okay, why? And I would go deep into. I mean, I think I already know why, but obviously you have metrics and analytics at your disposal to look at to go deeper into the numbers. But that is where I would begin. How do we regain that value that people feel while coming? That way, when we ask for 160 for or 180, ticket price to come in for a day, people are going to walk out and go like, man, I'm ready to do it again. And a lot of people are not there as much anymore, and clear as day. So that is where I would begin. I'd begin right there.
You'd begin was asking. I'm sorry. Where would you begin?
I'd begin in figuring out why did we lose 5%, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would also then begin to try to figure out how to regain that and how to get the sense of value back from the consumer.
Yeah,
that is where I'd begin.
Yeah,
I have my ideas in my head on how I would begin to do that.
Okay.
And that would be the main thing. On one of the things that I would do, and most people would say lower ticket prices right away.
Yeah.
And to an extent, I don't think you could. Okay. But I would make a commitment, and I wouldn't even make the commitment like publicly. That would be something in internal to try to find a way to reduce pricing. The other thing, and then I would increase value. So bring back many of the things that we've talked about in the past and for many years about the value you got. As an AP holder, more AP benefits, more things that are more accessible in the park.
Yep.
Things that aren't that looking hard at ticket price, not ticket prices, but merchandise, food, and can you make that better? And then allowing the really consumer to let their day be their day. And what I mean by that too, also pull back from the data mining that they clearly do when you're in that park.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a mentality to get away from all that meta and all that crap, and then kind of pull back a little bit and let people just basically run amok and do their things. And then definitely the one thing that I would do massively would be go back to the older fast pass system, 100% right away.
Okay.
And I know that if I was in his shoes, the board and Bob would be like, no, you can't do that. I would be like, no, we're doing it because watch.
Yeah, I wonder how much leeway Disney Park president has to do stuff without getting a whole bunch of pushback from Bob.
Probably not much. Not with Iger currently.
Yeah, I think he likes to have his hands on a bunch of stuff.
On everything, man.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you on that. We're talking about the Magic Keys in a bit, but that would be the first program I would retool. I would definitely have different options than what they have now. Different values, different programs that guests could feel like they belong. Because right now you are asking a whole lot out of your fan base to commit.
Yep.
Even the SoCal one I'm not talking about, but even the rest of us in California, well, actually anyone can buy it, but even $974 is the lowest price to get in if you don't live in Southern California. And that is a ton of money to be committing to this park.
Yeah.
But no, I 100% agree with you. I see they don't have a problem with guests. There are no more off days at Disneyland. It seems. And the one thing that I think that they need to capture, and as you said, is to you said the customer experience first. Is that what you said, something like that?
Yeah.
What I tell my girls, and this too, Edie, is that we're blessed to be able to go as often as we do. I mean, it is, and that's not lost on me. But even on like a random Tuesday, like like yesterday, 2 days ago, that could be someone's first time and only time they ever go to the park.
Yep.
And I think Disneyland needs to understand that guest as well. And go, okay, because this could be their one and only time. And for us, it's just a matter of months before we go again. So, and not only that, we're not talking like one day, we're talking like three to 4 days that we go.
Multiple day visit. Yep.
Yeah. So I think that customer base needs to be taken care of. And you're saying right about the value of what are we actually getting out of this. I totally agree with the fast pass system. I say make that free again, and do the actual paper tickets. I thought that was a blast. That was so fun to do that stuff.
Yep.
And I don't know about the lightning lane. I think I'd probably get rid of the lightning lane stuff too.
Yeah, but they're mainlining that money now.
Oh yeah. That may be a bell they can't unring, right, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I am curious to see what they do with the parking lot, Mickey and Friends parking lot. Oh, it's a Toy Story. It's a Toy Story. What?
Toy Story.
It's a Toy Story.
I believe it's Toy Story.
Yeah, I was confused what lot that is. There's talk about that being this third gate thing. That may end up being like a group of hotels and like an entertainment center or something like that. I don't think it's going to be.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's going to be part of the park at all. I think if anything, the current trajectory would lean towards hotels and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Maybe a value-based hotel for Disney,
Yeah, even their value base is out of control.
Well, that's Pixar Place or whatever. But you could probably sell it like this should be our family one because maybe like a family resort out there that's not right on property. So it'd be like a little bit less, and it might have a couple attractions. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, Tom Masloum. See, I always want to transpose that L. Tom Masloum's got his work cut out for him, and be curious to see how that goes. So we've got
luck. I wish him luck.
We've got a comment. Let's see what that is. No way, third gate all the way. Jason, I hope you're right. Oh, he says it's just going to be a while. Yeah, I mean, dude, I hope you're right. I would like to see
that would take the right leadership to do that. I don't think it's there.
And
their focus is hotels and restaurants and Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, dude, but man, it was just man.
That 100% is a leadership mindset. That's why I said that.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, and they need someone who's forward thinking, and which is going to be interesting to see who replaces Iger.
Yeah.
Can't come soon
Yeah.
enough, right, Udi? For
Huh?
you? Said, and that can't come soon enough, huh? For
Oh,
you?
it cannot for the entire top end Disney court, all of them
Okay.
need to be out the door.
Okay, well, let's move on to the next topic here. Unless you guys in the chat room want to keep bringing that up, we could definitely keep talking about it. Let's talk real quick about the Magic Keys. These have been available now for about a week and a half, which is interesting. Number one, these things should always be on sale, but
100%.
yeah, but number two, they've been doing this bait and switch or artificial scarcity nonsense where they only limited time available and they swoop them up. Well, now people are kind of catching on to that. I think their gimmick.
Took long enough.
Yeah. So all four keys are available. This enchant key right here is the one that I have, and it was I think $849, $859 when I bought it last year, and that's just too much of an increase. I thought it might go to like $899, but $974 is a lot.
Yeah.
So this is telling that people are not they're just holding right now on this. And I do not blame them. I think it's not a good deal at this point.
Correct.
And this should be something that I would 100% invest in as president of Disney Parks. Sorry, of Disneyland Resort. I would say we need to really figure out what's going on with these and make them more.
Yeah.
I mean, off the top of my head, have one that if you're spending $1,800 a year on the park, you better be able to go whenever you want. But no, you've got blackout dates for that.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I mean, there's only few and far between. I have a lot of blackout dates on mine, but that's okay. I'm not doubling the price on mine.
Right.
And I still think that they should have one with their reservations, and it's going to be much cheaper, but you know what you're getting. And I'm talking about the Flex Pass, and that thing should be here right now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I find it. Well, I think on our show a couple of weeks ago, I mean maybe a couple ago, I made the comment. I remember making the comment that at what point in time people are going to have to stop buying certain things.
Right. Yeah.
And to kind of make them like shake the tree a bit and go like, hey, what happened? Yeah, exactly. You kept on squeezing the juice and we're not no more. I feel like, and I've been feeling like this for the last year or two when it comes to Magic Keys and the way they've been handling them. I feel like they have been basically pushing it to where it breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, what can we get away with? What can we get away with? What can we get away with? And then we get to a point now where maybe they're at right now. We're like, okay, well, there's the line. We can't go any further. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'm being hopeful and optimistic. Maybe. But the fact that they've been around, that they are still around, makes me kind of wonder and makes me kind of go, hey, maybe they finally are catching on that the value, that people are not perceiving the value in it anymore. And
yeah,
it is time to retool it all and to give it a hard look.
Yep, absolutely.
Only time will tell but anytime we bring up magic keys, it automatically pegs my irritation meter, because I just, they have eradicated a perfect system
Yeah,
for
yeah,
no good reason, and that is what is the most irritating thing about all of it.
right. And this might be the number one thing that drives ire in me is this whole magic key and how
Mm-hmm.
there's such a simple fix for this. And
Yeah,
you're telling me there's not a home for a pass between $5.99 and $9.74.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, make one for $7.50 or $6.50, or probably $7.50 is what it would have been to being, and have it with like reservations. That's a I don't know what they're doing with this, and I suspect that you know what, Udi, I think I'm gonna make a statement, a hot take now is that I think by the year's end they will introduce another key to this.
I would hope.
Yep.
I would hope. But that being said, though, I bet you that key's going to go, even with adding the key to kind of fill the gap.
Yeah.
I bet you it's still not going to be worth it. Not yet. Not yet.
Well, okay. Well, let's just workshop this real quick.
Okay.
We got 20 minutes. We have one more topic, but we can
Okay.
workshop this. And anyone in the chat wants to bring this up. What would a $700 magic key? Let's just call it the what's a clever name for it? I don't know, the wonder key, Okay. That's it. We call it that. Oh no, let's call it the fantasy key. Yeah, that's better. Fantasy
Okay.
Okay, what would a $700 fantasy key make it to make you want it to go to get it? We got someone chatting in, but go ahead, Udi.
I don't know. I'm so I can't think of the right word. Apathetic to the whole thing right now. That for me to literally like get into it, I don't know if I've got a good idea.
Oh, Jason says it's also dumb that only California residents can pay monthly. I thought they wanted people visiting from different states.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, that part's kind of silly. Oh, hey Steve, more blackout dates.
Well,
I'm sorry, Steve. That's a reference to what? To make a for a $700 key.
Yeah.
Okay, for that, put that on the reservation day. I mean, on the reservation schedule only, like it was for AP Flex.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I could totally work within that system. Keep everything at the same thing. Dining discount 10%, merchandise discount 10%. I guess Lightning Lane could be 25% if that's what you want to do. And parking 25%, 10%, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, the $700 key, the fantasy key. Just make it a reservation system only, like it was. I mean, just keep the same thing as it was.
Yeah,
and just call it a day. It's
Yep. You got to work within that and then call it a day.
Yeah,
that would actually probably be okay.
Would that make you get a key though, Udi?
No, not yet.
They self to earn it back for you.
Yep, not okay. There. They're moving. They're moving.
Oh, they're moving in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If they said 25% off at Dixon, you would do it. Yeah.
Done.
No, but I mean, dude, there's a lot of room for this, and we've talked about this before. Is why not have these available all the time? They're missing out on so much revenue that people can just buy them on the spur of the moment. Like I said, I'm only going to go for one day to, this year. Then, oh my gosh, that's such a great day. Can I convert this into a annual pass? Done.
Mm-hmm.
And but there is plenty of room between $5.99 and $9.74 for something. And I think they're looking at it. Whatever he says, what I say 500. No.
And no discounts.
Huh.
But would you have blackouts?
$500, no food or merchandise discount.
Hmm.
Huh.
I mean, I would take it. I would have no problem with that.
Yeah, I think I would. I think I would take that deal.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of nice when they ask, "Oh, are you a Magic Key holder?" "Oh, yes, I am," and you just give it that. There's a little bit of swag with that, but I can live without that. Besides, my Chase card gives me 10% off of merchandise if I really want it.
Nah.
So because it's a Disney Chase card, but no, I can 500, no discount, just access. Yeah, done.
I would probably do it then. Yep.
Yep, that might be a no-brainer. Yeah, it would have blackouts. Sure.
Yep.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Every Saturday is blacked out. December is blacked out. July is blacked out. August or June and July are blacked out. That's totally fine for me.
Yep.
Because I'd rather go midweek on and maybe a Friday or something. But
correct.
Interesting.
Yep, I would do that.
Yeah,
I think.
Yep. So I do predict there to be another key coming this year because I think there's a big market. There is a customer profile that it definitely fits.
Yeah, I agree. It would be wise if they did that.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, do you have a Magic Key, or what would get you to get a Magic Key? Because I know Jason has one and I have one. Or is a Magic Key even something that you would entertain because I think you're in Idaho, right?
Kind of far away.
Yeah, I understand why you would not get one if you're in Idaho. It doesn't make any sense to get one if you're in Idaho.
Yeah,
I guess. That's like, a state and a half over.
Yeah.
What we got? Okay, about 13 minutes left in this episode 10. I'm glad we got Leon on tonight. That was nice to hear him. We haven't heard from him in a while.
Not a minute. Well, we chat every once in a while.
Yeah. As I get to this last one, I was thinking about Kathleen Kennedy the other day, and I was wondering if we get a new president for Disney, a new CEO. Do you think that they are going to get rid of her?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think she's gone.
It's funny because I was reading. I saw something about the Star Wars land that never was or should have been, and what I didn't realize. Oh, okay, Steve mentioned. Oh, sorry, I toggled too fast. I don't have one, but I'll definitely get one if it's $500. Yeah, in Idaho. Yep, good job. See right there. There's your customer profile right there.
Mm-hmm.
But there was an article on YouTube, video thing. I'll send you the link.
Okay.
But there was going to be a Tatooine land. They had talked about Star Wars land coming, and it was going to be based on Tatooine. And Kathleen Kennedy, this is after they acquired Disney. I'm sorry, after they acquired Lucasfilm.
Yep.
Her and Iger had a discussion saying, "Oh, no, we need to focus more on there's more content coming in the future than there is in the past. So we need to focus on those characters and those lands, not Tatooine." And they decided to come up with a land that no one had ever heard of in Batu. And I just think, I mean, I understand what she's saying, but I also understand that you are not servicing your customers when you do that. Because that was like, oh, well, the people that like Star Wars are like 45 and 50 years old. they've grown up with it, but we need to cater to the new generation of Star Wars fans. So we need to just get rid of Tatooine and come up with a brand new Batuu.
Well, they've been saying that for a long time. That is no secret. But here's what they didn't count on.
But yet, there's the Falcon. You're right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But what they didn't count on was that a lot of the younger people still gravitate to them.
Kathleen Kennedy is still a thing. Yes.
Weird. Yeah, you know it.
Yeah, weird.
No, but that is the one thing that they didn't realize, that the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy resonated so deeply with people. They didn't get that.
Oh, so right.
That's why they're like, oh, no, we can be just as good as them. No, you can't. So, yeah, no, 100%. She got in there, the whole time lock, all that, all her idea.
Yep.
And, yep, there you go. We got what we got. Still,
yeah.
Overall, a fairly fun land, but not nearly where it could have been.
Well, it's funny. Yeah, it's a fun land. And maybe we'll have a topic on LTP about ways we can improve it. Simple, low-cost ways to improve. Because pretty soon, Adventures Campus is going to have twice the amount of attractions that Galaxy's Edge does.
Yep.
About that. They've got
crazy.
They've got 2 right now. I'm talking about Adventures Campus.
Yeah.
And they're going to have 4 in a couple of years. And there's nothing in the pipeline that I've seen for Galaxy's Edge, unless they're keeping it low key.
Haven't heard a peep about nothing.
That's because it's not about good guys versus bad guys. Storytelling has changed now.
Yeah, you know, Lee and I, we've talked about that whole thing, because his focus is on storytelling. And
Leon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
We've had discussions about that.
Yep.
But he's not wrong. That the way that they've been taught, and he knows. I'm sure if you want to talk to him offline about it, Mark, he'd be more than happy to talk to you about it. But yeah, he has seen firsthand how the storytelling has what people are being taught is not the same as it was in the past. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, he and I have had quite a few discussions about that.
Well, yeah. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
And it definitely translates. All this ends up translating into the guest experience at the
Correct.
parks.
Yeah. It all is on the same thread.
Look at Amelia Perez. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm not sure who that person is or what that is. Sorry. Should I know who that is?
I don't know who that is, so no, I can't hold you to stand. I don't have the name. Really does sound familiar though. And
I don't know. Okay, well, we got 5 minutes or so. Let's wrap up this new Cozy Cone. Super important information here. But the new Cozy Cone has an ordering system now where if you've never been to the Cozy Cone, it's a series of like 5 different cones that you go to each one. If you want churros or waffle cone or whatever it is, whatever snack they have, each cone has a different food item. Right. Now they have a kiosk where there's 4 registers, and you can single order. You walk up to it, and you can order everything from one location and just go and pick it up. And he says it's the movie of the year. It's a Netflix show. I've never even heard of it. So I'm so out of touch with what people think are movies of the year. So is it worth it? Is it what's it about? Anyways, so you can still do mobile ordering for Cozy Cone, or you can go here and order everything from this kiosk.
Right.
And I think it's not that big of a deal, really, but it actually will, I think, speed up the the flow. Have you ever ordered it from the Cozy Cone, Udi?
Yeah, I didn't mind walking. I don't mind walking from cone to cone.
Okay. Yeah, and it really isn't a big deal.
No.
But I'm thinking that you cannot go to the Cone and Cone to order. No, you have to order from here or do mobile ordering. So it should be interesting. Next time I'm there, I will see what's going on. I personally have never ordered there. My daughters have. There's a mac and cheese bowl cone thing.
That was good. I had that. It was good.
What's it about? Watch the trailer after the show. Okay. I've never heard of it. I don't know what it's about. But now I'm intrigued because it's probably gonna be something funny or something probably controversial. What does Steve say? Hopefully helps with the crowds. Always busy in that area. Yeah, you're right, Steve. It is, and I think that's why they did this. But again, Udi, this could be part of that $1.9 billion that they're talking about.
Oh yeah, really important.
So you don't think that's a good investment for this? Maybe?
No. Frankly, no.
Okay.
No. I want new attractions. I want redesigns of lands. I want like depth, not that.
Yeah, I want Tomorrowland to be shut down for 12 to 18 months. And I want that thing to get retooled completely.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be for another day.
Another decade, another 2, another 3.
Is there a D23? I know the expo isn't this year. We just had it. But I thought there was another D23 this year, the in-between one, that Steph might get it announced at. Not the Ultimate Fan Experience in Anaheim. It's something. Oh yeah, not redesign a line. Yeah, so Steve is talking about the $1.9 billion not being invested into redesigning a line.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But that's got to come from somewhere. Yeah, like I said, I don't have a problem with this. I think it's gonna be simplified. It doesn't. I know I use the term a lot. Move the needle for me in terms of excitement, but yeah, I get why they did it. Yeah. All right, we've got a couple minutes left. Anyone want to talk about something?
Bueller.
I just got a text from you, Udi.
Yeah, it's from Leon.
Oh, okay. Right, we talked about Magic Keys. We talked about how we would make them better. We identified a customer profile for this fantasy key. We talked about what we thought the new president of the park should be focusing on. We went over Disney financials for the first quarter of 2000. No, it ended 2024. So
Q1.
Yeah, Q1 for them. And we talked a little bit about the Cozy Cone line. Okay. Jurassic Park.
The new trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, new trailer. Oh, I saw that. There's a look. Okay. Dude, I had no idea Scarlett Johansson was in it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I think it looks interesting. Is it coming out in the summer? Like July or something?
I don't remember.
Because it sounds like that could be like a good summer movie. Like it's full of adventure. I don't know. I haven't seen many of the Jurassic Park movies, but that could be good. Disney movie. We talking about the Captain America. Are we gonna go see that?
Yeah, that is this weekend. No,
it can't be this weekend.
Next weekend.
Really? Oh, well, Udi might have a comment about this. Okay, I can give you the highlights. Udi doesn't like it.
No, I like the visuals in that trailer. I kind of liked. I don't know if I like Pedro Pascal in that role.
Mando? No, I don't like him there.
But I'm curious because of the way they what time they're in and where it looks like they're putting them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of like, interesting.
Okay, well, yeah, I'd be curious to see that. Oh, Jacob, you guys able to watch the NFL honors?
No,
No. What is that?
they're all for Patrick Mahomes anyway. I'm sure.
Oh, it's directed by Gareth Edwards from Rogue One.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I
Oh,
got faith now. I got more faith now.
yeah. So now Uda's gonna dig it.
Well, he's a good director.
I don't like Pedro's face anymore.
Yeah, he told me that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I think we've seen too much of that guy. Anyway.
A little bit. A little bit.
Should have been John Krasinski. It still is Mr. Fantastic. Oh, is that who it was going to be? I didn't even know that.
I didn't either. When I heard about the project, I just heard Pedro Pascal. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll go see it. I mean,
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, but I'm leaning towards going to see it right now.
okay. Yeah,
I'm leaning in that direction.
and yeah, all right. But we haven't seen him stretch yet, right?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
All right. Well, this is good. Good. Oh, more comments are coming in. What's going on here? I would have settled for Adam Driver. Yeah, we need some Kylo Ren in there as Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, that would have been good.
Fantastic.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
That I would have been good. Well, cool. I'm glad we have some comments going on here, some conversations.
Yep.
Again, I think Disney's going to end up doing well in the box office for 2025. A lot of the main stuff's going to be theirs anyways.
You're being a little bit more optimistic than I am, but we will see.
I mean, who else is even putting out movies at their rate?
Doesn't mean they're good.
He played Mr. Fantastic in Doctor Strange 2 as part of the Illuminati, and fans loved it. Oh, he did?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Adam Driver did?
No.
Oh, Krasinski?
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Really?
Pretty sure.
Oh, I don't think I've seen. Well, clearly, I don't think I've seen Doctor Strange 2. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. Am I missing out? Should I subscribe?
I liked it.
Should I subscribe to Disney Plus right now just so I can see it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, maybe I will. Like, I want to help Disney's bottom line.
Yeah.
I'm concerned with their 700,000. They're dropping $700,000, 700,000 subscribers.
Yep. Need to help with that number.
Yeah, Jim from The Office. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that. He played Jack Ryan on the thing on Prime. I forget what it was, but
Jack Ryan.
Oh, is that what it was called, Jack Ryan?
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're past our. You're missing out, but not that much. Okay. Yeah. Well, we are at our hour limit, past it. So that we want to keep it to an hour for these shows because we want people just to be able to consume them. So thank you so much for everyone joining in. You three that joined us tonight, join us at 6:30 because this is a great conversation we could be having right now. Not at 7:26. Although I do appreciate it. I just think that we could have some really good conversations about the topics we had tonight. And anyone listening in the future here, if something you guys want to talk about, do drop it in the comments. We will definitely talk about it, or better yet, do join us here 6:30 to 7:30. Also check us out. leavingtodaypodcast.com is our actual website, and check us out on Instagram at Leaving Today Podcast. We keep it simple there. If you want to support the show that way. In fact, I will do a little right there. That's our Patreon. If you would like to help us out, it just helps with hosting fees for us, and it just keeps the engines running. And that goes a long way, really. I mean, we're gonna do it, but even if we don't have any help, we will still do it. But all this stuff really does help us.
Yep.
So do follow us on Leave It Today Podcast on Instagram, and every other Thursday we will be here to talk about whatever topics you guys want to talk about, and to talk about the current Disneyland stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This really is really all for you guys, all you folks out there, is for us to talk to you and to get to know you better and to build a little bit of a community of like-minded folk. Anything else you want to add, Udi?
No, you said it all.
Okay. All right. So thanks a lot. We appreciate it. LTP Lounge episode 10 is going to end now.
All right.
See ya.
See ya.